Well, Keith finished his career in the UFC. Josh Neer was one of my favorite fights, and I thought he was starting to bend at the time that they had stopped the fight for a cut against you. I thought you were starting to kind of turn the corner with that fight.
I suspect I wouldn't have finished him. I might have stolen the third round from him. I probably had a little bit of momentum. I clipped him with a really nice elbow in the second that hurt him. But it was kind of for people who watched the fight, his mouthpiece fell out and it fell in like a gap in the octagon. So we had like a 1.5-minute pause while they tried to find that. I think they actually made the two mouthpiece rule after that. So if someone gets their mouthpiece knocked out, the corner can just give them the next one. But I was complaining a lot in that fight when they stopped it. For people who haven't seen it, it was a doctor stoppage. I was yelling at the doctor and yelling at the ref, and Justin was really aggressively yelling at the doctor. She came in, or I think it was a female doctor. I can't remember for sure, but the referee called the doctor in, and they checked on me in the second round and let me continue. And then between the second and third round, they call the doctor in again, and the doctor gets like one step through the door and probably like 10, 12 foot away from me still, and waves the fight off. And I'm like, what? I could see I'm fine. Let me fight. And me and Justin we're screaming. I'm giving her the stink eye pretty good. But in retrospect, I took, I don't know, 40-ish stitches. I took 4 staples. They had to stitch the inside of my mouth. They had to stitch both eyes. They had to stitch under. I'm still pretty scarred up from that fight. So
Jesus,
I'm not sure eating any more of those elbows was really in my best interest, So sometimes fighters don't have their own best interest in mind. And I think that was one of those moments where in the moment I'm heated, I'm complaining, you could see I'm mad when they stopped it. I was gracious. I really respect Josh, and I thought he fought a great fight, but I wanted to continue. But I think it was probably the right move to stop the fight.